Hello, YouTube. Luigi here. I'm only recently back into knives after having been away from them for many years. And like the rest of you, I have this appetite for knives. Um, Acquiring more and more and more. You know what the addiction's like. And I have financial constraints for sure here. I'm literally living on Social Security alone. I've retired. I no longer practice architecture and just ain't got a lot of dough. That's fine. I get by. I never missed a meal. I'm grateful for all that I have. I'm not complaining, but what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to build up an EDC rotation on as inexpensively as I can and without shame or apology. I've been looking at a lot of Chinese knives. And I'm pretty impressed with what I see. This is the Buck Vantage Select. That's the Kershaw, so sweet. I'm just going to take you through the beginnings of this process here. This is the CRKT Heiho. That's the Kershaw Volt 2. Kershaw Crown. And the Kershaw Cross. So, I have assembled a list of wow, 75 or 80 knives that are on my list. And a lot of them are inexpensive, and a lot of them, are less inexpensive, meaning more expensive than others. And I just want to share with you the criteria I've laid out for looking at knives, what I'm looking for, what I'm definitely not looking for. And these are my personal preferences. You guys are going to have different opinions, and that's fine. We're allowed to have different opinions. I'm not forcing my stuff on you, and some of them might really surprise you. Okay. The first thing on my list is no recurves. It's not that I don't like the way a recurve looks. It's like I just don't trust myself to sharpen them without ruining them or ruining the stone. I'm not. It's my own insecurity. The second one is no black blades, and that's not because I don't like the way they look. A lot of the coatings I see fail or scuff or chip or peel. I'm just not fond of I don't understand which coatings are good, which coatings are bad yet. Third one, no serrations. Again, has to do with my inability to know how to sharpen them. Next, no Spydercos. Now, I know Spyderco has a huge and loving and loyal following. This is just me, guys. I'm not smashing you. If you love them, that's great. I love you for loving them, but don't hate me for not loving them. To me, it's a visual thing. I think because Spyderco is married to that round Spidey hole, by necessity and by design, it makes all their blades look pregnant. And it's just a visual thing. I don't like them. Next one is no Tantos. Boy, this is a hard one for me to live up to because I adore the look of a Tanto. I like that point. I like the puncturability. I like the stabbiness of it. But again, I don't trust myself to be able to sharpen them well. However, I do like the Spanto. The Spanto is a most acceptable alternative, which I think the word is a combination of spear point and tanto. Next one, no automatic knives. I just don't want to mess with all of that. I think they're cool. I think if you're a Puerto Rican in West Side Story, they're really cool. But I just, they don't do anything for me, and then there's all the legal stuff about them. No automatic knives. Next one is no Scandi grinds. Again, I don't trust my ability to sharpen them well. I think they look cool. I have a lot of respect for the maker who can create a Scandi grind, but it's I don't feel comfortable about sharpening them. I got a note here that says no knives over $100, but the truth is there's one or two or three on my list that really are over $100. Next one is no Persians. I'm not fond of the blade shape. It's visual for me. No Persians. And along with that, I should say, no crisp blades. I mean, it might be fine if you're a vampire or something, but I don't like the look of crisp blades either. Next one is no gut hooks. I'm not a hunter, so I just, they don't do anything for me. No eagle eye holes. And you know what I mean by that, the spidey holes that look like eagle eyes. I just think that's a strange look. No Emerson waves. I think that thing hanging out there on a wave is really weird looking. Again, you'll see most of these things are visual objections I have. I'm an architect and a sculptor, and I respond to things visually, and I think that Emerson, that little dick hanging out on the Emerson wave is so bizarre looking. No sheep's foot blades. Why do I say that? Because I like a blade to have some belly on it. The cutting takes place on the belly, most of it, and the sheep foot doesn't give you that. And the same is true of a true Wharncliffe, although I own a Wharncliffe that has some degree of slight belly on it. Now, I also got here no rescue knives. It's that weird seatbelt cutter thing that bothers me on the handle. Again, it's visual. Boy, where did you get to see how short the list is of the stuff I do like? And no fixed blades. I'm really a folder kind of guy. I'm not a hunter. I'm not into sheath knives. And although I admire a well-built sheath knife a great deal, they're just not me. Now, I have a few items on the other list that says must have. The knives I'm interested in must have a pocket clip. That's important to me now. The knives must have a minimum blade length of 2 7/8. I've learned that if I can get a blade length of 3 inches or more, the handle will be long enough for me to get all 4 fingers around. I do not like I won't buy a knife where I can't get all 4 fingers around the handle. Must have some locking mechanism, whether it's a frame lock, a back lock, or a liner lock. It's just got to have something. Must have some belly. I mentioned that I like belly on the blade. And it's got to be one-handed opening, whether it's a flipper or a thumb stud or a spidey type hole or something. I've kind of grown addicted to the one-handed opening. So that's it. I'm trying to build up an inexpensive, by constraint, collection of rotating EDCs. Remember, I have the same lusts and appetites for knife that rich people do. With what's available. Now, I've mentioned Chinese knives. I have discovered Enlon, B, Gonzo, Navy, Rough Rider, Sanrenmu, and Mingen. And boy, when they're not blatantly ripping something off like a Sebenza or what's the other one I saw today? Was it a Strider? A Strider clone? I mean, the prices are attractive, but I would have trouble going for a direct copy. I do have enough respect for the work of a good knife designer not to do that. So that's my story, and that's why you'll see, it's not that I don't have an appreciation for the finer knives. I just don't have the pockets for the finer knives. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm sorry, all you Spyderco guys, but I think I've expressed my opinions honestly. And I know you Emerson fans, you love that thing. It just looks so bizarre to me. All right, that's it. That's all I got to say. This was just about discussing what it is I'm trying to do here and why and with what resources. Thanks a lot. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. God bless all of you. Everybody have a great holiday. Really, there's much to be grateful for, all of us. God bless you. I love you all. Goodbye.